With Dre's weight loss program sounds right for you. Save time and get your meals right. Contact Dre to begin your journey and start losing the extra weight. No excuses, no gimmicks, just hard work. Follow the website www.trainwd.com. That's TRAINWD.com. Also follow them on Instagram, Training with Dre, Facebook, Train You Fit, or call Dre today at 928-3420. Get your meals right and lose your weight today. Contact Dre.
The famous blue marlin, the prized game fish of them all, the queen of the sea and by land.
By land. Blue Marlin Restaurant on Eastern Avenue. Daily specials and quality food made to order. Fast.
From seafood soup to cowfoot, pigtails, and quesadilla too.
Blue Marlin Restaurant. Takeout on Eastern Avenue. Delivery and catering. Blue Marlin, queen of the sea and by land.
Oh man, the food is awesome.
Call 947-4752 to place your order. That's 947-4752.
Blazing Local.
Local Sound Nation. Local Sound Nation. Local Sound Nation.
I'm starting over. It's time that I gave you your eviction notice. I'm nailing it to the door. I'm sick and tired of all the noise you're making. And I'm telling you it's time I said goodbye. Can't keep your voice.
on Sandy Hook Beach in his home state, but prosecutors dropped drink driving and reckless driving charges against the star, who had initially pleaded not guilty to all 3 charges. The singer was arrested in November and must also pay $40 in costs. That's a wrap of your headlines. I'm Dion Anglin.
For the latest in news and information,
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, radiocayman.gov.ky.
your voice, your choice, your radio.
Now we all know how the Brackers felt last year.
That's true. They did have an ad show last year because of COVID-19 lockdown.
This week we will have the 2021 National Youth Cook-Off Champions,
Shania Barton and Christopher Mason
from Wesley on the flex. We should ask Chef Frederick from the Ritz-Carlton to come along too.
The word of the week is embroiled. E-M-B-R-O-I-L-E-D. It is a verb that means to cause someone to become involved in an argument or in a difficult situation.
A program for all people by young people. UFlax. More UFlax. More UFlax. More UFlax. A program for all people by young people. Join us this Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Radio Cayman. 89.9 FM, and you can also join us on YouTube Live. UFlax. More UFlax. More UFlax. More UFlax.
He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
Difference between depression and joy. It's purpose, that kind of purpose, that to live in service, not to you, but to live in service to humanity, to live in service to your family, to live in service to your church, to your city, to your country, to the world. Living in service, that is the purest form of joy.
We're supposed to have more joy. Read John 15.
These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and your joy might be full.
Glory to God. I greet you with Jesus' joy.
Welcome to UFlax's Season of Joy. With your host, Chanel Martinez.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to UFlex Radio Show's Season of Joy. I'm your host, Chanel, along with my co-host, Deidre. Today on the show, we'll be speaking to 2021 National Youth Cook-Off Champions, along with Chef Frederick from the Ritz-Carlton.
The word of the week is embroiled. E-M-B-R-O-I-L-E-D. It is a verb that means to cause someone to become involved in an argument or a difficult situation.
Our Bible verse of the day comes from Galatians 5, verse 25. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. You can always join in our conversation by calling 1-800-534-8255, toll-free courtesy of Flow, or join us on YouTube Live.
For our first music break, here is My Champion by Jermaine Edwards.
Stay with me. We are weak, but you are strong. Oh yeah, you are our champion. I love you with my heart, my mind, and my soul. Whatever you say is so.
famous blue marlin, the prized game fish of them all, the queen of the sea and by land.
By land. Blue Marlin Restaurant on Eastern Avenue. Daily specials and quality food made to order. Fast.
From seafood soup to cowfoot, pigtails, and quesadilla too.
Blue Marlin Restaurant. Takeout on Eastern Avenue. Delivery and catering. Blue Marlin, queen of the sea and by land.
Oh man, the food is awesome.
Call 947-4752 to place your order. That's 947-4752.
I feel lost. I'm not sure what I want to do when I finish school.
You're not alone. So many just don't know what they want to do. And the economy has changed so much, but you know, STEM fields really are the future. Just look at how many businesses have gone online since lockdown.
You know, I do like the idea of building websites.
You should check out the University of the West Indies Open Campus. They have new classes in web development and so much more. They even offer sign language and so many other professional fields. Maybe speaking to them might help you make a decision on your future.
The University of the West Indies Open Campus offers custom-built programs matching your current education level with the qualifications you need to find your place in the Cayman Dream. Visit the University of the West Indies at open.uwi.edu or call them today at 946-8322.
This is YouthFlex, more than talk. Welcome back, listeners. We're now joined by the 2021 National Youth Cook-Off Champions. Can you introduce yourselves and what district you are from?
Good evening. My name is Christopher Mason, and we represented the West Bay District.
Okay. And how does it feel to be the 2021 Cook-Off Champion?
I mean, it feels pretty good. This is my second year doing it. So last year I came second, so it feels good to take the win this year.
Did you have the same partner last year?
No, a different partner.
Okay. And what was your winning dish?
We made a chicken roulade with a carrot puree, pearl onion, sauteed broccoli, and a stuffing with a masala wine sauce.
What inspired you to do that dish?
It's actually a funny story. My coworker inspired me to do it because at work we were brainstorming some dishes to do, and he just came up with a chicken roulade, but he told me to do an Italian one, so I just twisted it in our own way.
Okay. So we know that you were limited to chicken.
Mm-hmm.
If you could choose a dish, which dish would you have chosen besides the one that you did? Any other dish?
That competed or for
No.
me to do?
Since you only had chicken, if you could have any other meat, what other dish would you do? Or even with chicken, what other chicken dish would you have done instead?
Not sure. For other protein, I would choose lobster or scallops for sure.
And what would you do with the lobster?
The lobster, you can do many things. Grilled lobster, lobster bisque, sauteed lobster. You can do many things with it.
And why lobster?
It's just it's a very good protein. It's very delicate too, and it has nice flavors.
Okay, I can tell you like lobster.
Yeah.
Who is your coach?
Chef Kamani.
And where is Chef Kamani from?
He's from West Bay.
Okay, well, shout out to you, Chef Kamani. And how would you describe the experience with your coach?
It's pretty good. He's like, how can I say? He's down to earth. Like he valued the youth a lot. So
And
that's pretty good.
Learning from him was easy?
Yeah, it's pretty good because, like, some chef, the communication is kind of hard between them and the student, but with us, it was pretty on the same level.
And what was your favorite part of the competition?
Definitely plating.
Why is that?
I just enjoy it. It's like everything just comes together in, like, a certain sequence, so it's just very good to look at it for it to come together.
What were some of the hiccups you went through during the competition?
Definitely time management. It's a definite one. The oven wasn't working at the start.
Okay. And if there was anything that you could have done better, what do you think it would be?
I would have liked to roll the chicken tighter. Also get my carrot puree a little smoother.
And what have you learned from the whole cooking experience at the cook-off?
I learned a lot, actually. Like, in the culinary industry, you definitely need time management and patience when cooking.
Okay. And what really inspired you to cook? What was the starting point for you?
It's actually my cousin. He did the cook-off back when they just started, and he won it. So he inspired me to cook.
And why do you like to cook?
I like food.
Who or what motivates you?
A lot of people. My parents, school, top chefs in the world, even in Cayman also. To see that the restaurant is doing so good, I would like to own mine one day.
What kind of restaurant would it be?
A dinner restaurant, definitely.
Okay. And what steps are you taking right now to pursue that goal?
Right now, I'm doing my degree at UCCI. Also, I did the hospitality course and trying to gain some experience in the culinary field.
So, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
In 5 years, hopefully graduating university. In 10 years, starting to open my own restaurant, or I hope to have one already.
Okay. And can you share your experience with the culinary program?
The one at UCCI?
The
youth culinary program.
The youth culinary one, yes.
The youth is pretty good. I did it last year. It's very good. You go to Ritz-Carlton and they show you different things like your knife skills, your cutting skills, different type of seasonings. It's very good. Show you how to make different type of pastas and stuff.
Did you learn how to make like pasta from scratch and stuff
Yeah.
as well? And what would you say was your best dish that you learned how to cook there?
At the Ritz-Carlton?
Yeah.
I saw a chef make a squid ink pasta. It was a vegetarian squid ink pasta.
Would you like to share how do you make squid ink pasta?
You know, I'm not really Chef Frederick.
Not sure it's vegetarian because squid ink is from an animal. It's from the squid. So it's actually, you know, when the squid is scared in the water, then he threw out this ink. So whoever is after him doesn't see it anymore. But you get that ink. You can buy that ink separately, and then you just add it to the dough, your pasta with your flours and your water and your salt. So that's how you do it. And it gets a bright black pasta.
Okay. Deidre, do you think you want to try squid ink pasta?
Never.
And any other dish you want to share that you learned?
I learned how to make my first poached egg there. First egg over easy.
Okay. And so what do you do in your spare time?
Spare time, watch TV or look up recipes to different type of dishes.
And are you you're currently still in school, correct?
Yeah.
So what is your favorite part about school?
School, it's just learning things that you never knew about the culinary industry.
Okay. So we are now joined by his partner, Christopher's partner. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Janaya Bawden, and I competed in the culinary cook-off recently, and first place with my partner.
So Janaya, what was your favorite part of the competition?
Everything besides the cleaning, probably, but besides that, I like cooking under pressure, so I kind of like the thrill, I guess. I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
Fun fact, you're one of the very first people who ever came on this show and said they like cooking under pressure. Every time I ask that question, it's always, I don't like the pressure, but it's good that you like to do that. So what got you into cooking?
Surprisingly, I wanted to be a doctor, but out of nowhere, I just started having this. I started with baking, and then I just found that really, and I just like to do it in my free time. And then after, I realized that I liked more with like the savory foods and stuff. So and I used to like a lot of cooking shows. And after that, I just kept trying the recipes at home and realized that was my passion. So yeah.
And we already asked Christopher this question, but for you, what were some of the hiccups that you experienced during the competition?
Time. Definitely the time management. I don't think, yeah. Probably the environment. It was kind of hard to work there. But I mean, we did it, so.
So what have you learned from this experience?
What did I learn?
Did I learn any new skills, maybe?
Yeah, working like all at one time. I mean, probably dovetailing, like, doing more than one thing at one time, because you know how we're running out of time, so we tried to multitask. So yeah.
Okay, and what got you into cooking? You said you liked baking before, but why did you switch from baking to savory foods?
Because I wasn't really good at baking, so things didn't turn out good when I used to do it, and then my dad would just always ask me, or my mom would always ask me to make lunch or dinner, and that was more like, I don't know, things turned out good when I did that instead of the baking, so yeah.
Okay, and do you still want to be a doctor, or you want to be a chef now?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your culinary goals?
I want to have my own restaurant eventually. I want to go to culinary school. Don't know where yet, probably in England. I want to get my master's, and yeah.
Okay, so where do you see yourself in the next 5 years before you open your restaurant?
In school. Yeah, in school.
In school?
Yeah.
And what do you do in your spare time?
I cook. I dive because I'm certified, so I do quite a lot of diving. Go to the beach. Yeah.
Okay. That's it. And you mentioned that you want to go to culinary school, you want to open your own restaurant. So what steps are you taking to get there?
As in, like, from now, now.
Are you in any programs that help you?
I was in the youth culinary program.
Okay, and how was that experience?
It was good. I learned a lot in the program. Did
you learn how to make squid egg pasta too?
Nope, I did not learn that. But yeah, I think it was a very good learning experience while I was in the program. And I also did some events like the Woman in White. And yeah.
Okay, so a very interesting question for both Christopher and Janaya. If cooking or being a chef wasn't your goal or your dream, what do you think you'd be doing?
Well,
a doctor?
Yeah, probably somewhere like a vet, maybe, or something, because I really like animals, so probably somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay, and you, Christopher?
For me, probably a contractor or a professional diver or something. Something to do with the water or a contractor.
Okay, and for those who may not know it, we are also joined by Chef Frederick from the Ritz-Carlton. So Chef, just to throw you in there a bit, if you weren't a chef, what do you think you'd be doing with your life right now?
I'd be doing your job. I used to be a DJ when I was young, so I'd be doing that.
So you'd be in my chair?
Yes, I will be.
I should be in yours. I should be a chef. What about you, DJ? Do you want to be a chef?
No, I do not.
Why not?
I currently want to be a software
you can
engineer.
Win trophies.
No, not my thing.
Okay. So we're just going to take a quick music break, and when we get back, we'll discuss more with you.
Okay.
So for our next music break, here is Champion by DJ Bravo.
How are you? Good?
I'm good, and you?
Good to see you.
Bravo, DJ, Bravo, DJ, Bravo, DJ, Bravo. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows say Bravo, a champion, 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 champion. Everybody know Chris Cale is a champion. Beanie a champion, Bounty a champion, Marshall is a champion, Bungie is a champion, Folland is a champion, Lara is a champion, Gale is a champion. Don't forget Michael Jordan, Obama a champion, Mandela a champion, Serena a champion, Wendy a champion, Shelly and a champion, 958 Bolt a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows say Bravo a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody know Chris Cale is a champion. Come on, come on. Champion, me a real champion. Champion, me a real champion. Champion, me a real champion. Don't vex if your name not call. We have to leave them for bad some ball. We love soccer and dancehall. We love cricket and football. Come and dance in a my name we call. Champion, champion. Every trainee and every hard man. Champion, champion. Every BC and every Bajan. Champion, champion. Every trainee and every hard man. Champion, champion. Beanie a champion, Bounty a champion, Marshall is a champion, Bungie is a champion, Folland is a champion, Lara is a champion, Gale is a champion. Don't forget Michael Jordan, Obama a champion, Mandela a champion, Serena a champion, Wendy a champion, Shelly and a champion, 958 Bolt a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows say Bravo a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody know Chris Cale is a champion. Chris still a champion.
Red Sky at Night. Terrific live music, actors, dancers, poets, and children's activities. Over 100 artists and artisans selling art, crafts, jewelry, and accessories. And delicious local food. Red Sky at Night at the Harkwell Cultural Center, Saturday, February 27th. 2 sessions, 2 until 6 p.m. and 7 until 11 p.m. Don't miss out. Tickets on sale now for both sessions at eventpro.ky, a CNCF production.
At Foster's, we've been the leader in savings since 1980.
And in this week's specials catalog, you'll find Bakerly Sliced Brioche Bread, only $4.39 each. Save $2.
We also have Mars Ice Cream Novelties, 6-pack, just $3.99, save $2.60. And Frito-Lay's Sun Chips, 2 for $5, save $2.18 on 2.
Price is good until the 3rd of March, 2021. Find even more great specials in store or by visiting fosters.ky. Foster's, better prices because we care.
This is Youth Flex, more than talk.
Welcome back, listeners. We're still joined by our cook-off champions and Chef Frederick. So before we chat any further with our champions, we're going to chat a bit with Chef Frederick. Okay, so Chef Frederick, can you please introduce yourself for those who may not know you?
Yes, my name is Frederick Moreno and I'm the executive chef of the Ritz-Carlton Grand Cayman, and that for the last 12 years now. I think a little bit more than 12 years.
Okay. So thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And can you tell us your opinion of the 2012 National Youth Cook-Off Finals?
I have to say I was very impressed what I saw. I think I've been a judge to that competition for the last 6 or 7 years at least. And 6 years ago, the level was not the level I saw today, especially with the winner here from West Bay. Their plate was the most amazing plate I've seen for a long time, and especially with the, it's not easy to cook in Savannah. At the agricultural ground, you just have a simple gas stove, right? There's no refrigeration, there's just a table, so it's very basic. But beside that, you guys produce really a first-class quality plate. So I was very impressed. And not only it looks good, but it has to taste good. Because if it only looks good, but it doesn't taste that good, then it's not going to work. Because we never forget that at the end of the day, we cook food for people to eat them, right? Just not to look at it. So, but not only the West Bay team, but I was very impressed with the rest of the team. Really, really amazing job. Even we had competitor. I forget where he was. He was by himself. Usually it was a team of 2 people, but and he was the youngest competitor. I think he was 15 years old. His plate was nice. We didn't win because obviously it still need to progress. I mean, I think you guys are more 17, 18. But even the see him enjoying what he was doing, laughing. I mean, we have also had 2 ladies. I remember they had Spanish music. I remember that on the last table, and you could tell that they were really enjoying themselves. And that's the key. If you enjoy yourself doing what you love to do, then obviously the result is going to be incredible.
So we know you have been judging the youth cook-off since it started in 2012. How has it progressed over time?
Like I was saying earlier, it really progressed. I can see, and I think what pays really is the program of the Young Culinary Program with James Smiles. I mean, we've been doing that together for, I think, again, the last 8 or 9 years, and so kids or teenagers really learning what UCCI does. Also program, it's pretty amazing as well. So I'm really happy. 12 years ago, I didn't see many Caymanians really interested in cooking, or really, young Caymanians really interested in getting into the hospitality career. But I see now that in 12 years, it really improved and changed a lot. I mean, there's a lot of things we do at the Ritz-Carlton. You all heard about the Cayman Cookout, right? In January, with all these 3-star celebrity chefs. So I think that helps too. Everybody in Cayman knows about it, and I think it's it creates some new career, and it's great because we don't want everybody to be lawyers or banker in Cayman, right? We want to have a different different variety, and not everybody is good to be a lawyer, but I think the artistic way. I mean, I'm working now with also the government to doing an expo in Dubai, the World Expo in Dubai, and there's going to be a Cayman Cookout activation once a month next year. So we're really trying with all the restaurant in town. I mean, the amazing quality of the restaurant in town. We're really trying to bring up the culinary world of the Cayman Island.
Okay, and can you share or explain to us really how the plates are judged?
So you have 5 different categories. Obviously, the taste is very important. It's always very important to me. It has to taste good. If you do a plate that's going to look good but doesn't taste good, then it's defeat the purpose. So taste is very important. Also the skill. How did they cook that dish? Did they showcase a lot of skills? The presentation is also very important. Timeliness is also important to make sure that you do your dish on time, because you were talking earlier about I like to work with pressure. Well, I hope you do, because if you want to do that job, it's gonna be a lot of pressure. If you don't like pressure, don't get into hospitality, because it's a lot of pressure. It's fun, but it's a lot of pressure. So yeah, texture, timeliness, presentation, taste, and skill. These are the 5 different categories. And the points were very high. I believe you won with 121 points. Even the second team behind you was 119, and the third one was 115. So very tight scores.
Where do you wish for the contest to be in the coming years?
I wish, this year it was a bit sad because usually it happened during the agricultural show, but this year this was cancelled, so it was a little sad. There was only a few people watching it. Usually during the show, and there's about 100 and 200 people really watching that. So I hope next year we'll be able to have the agricultural show again, so we have more people watching and create a nice ambiance.
And for Christopher and Janaya, how do you guys feel about cooking in the competition without the whole big crowd this year?
Well, this was my first competition, so I think I liked it because there weren't so much people watching. So it wasn't that intimidating, so I kind of liked it.
For me, it was my second year, and I think with spectators, it's way better because it's just more of a vibe to see people watching you, interested in what you're doing. So I think I like it with spectators way more.
Okay. So, Chef Frederick, we want to touch a bit into you as a chef. So can you tell us what got you into cooking?
Well, I was born in France, and my grandfather was a chef. My great-grandfather was a pastry chef. My mom wanted to be a chef, but in the 60s in France, being a female chef was not really common, so it was tough to get in. So instead of that, she married my father, and she cooked for him every weekend. So That's how I got into cooking. I mean, I like I told you, I was also a disc jockey at the same time, so I had to choose between the radio or cooking. And then my father, who was a smart man, told me, no, you sticking to cooking is probably easier. It's going to be probably an easier career for you, which he was right. You know, he sent me to London right away to learn English, and the adventure started.
Okay. And what advice do you have for any upcoming chefs here in Cayman?
So very important, you know, if you're in Cayman and you're really interested in culinary career, first of all, do well at school, because, you know, nowadays to become a chef, you have, you know, like I'm hearing you want to be do your master's. It's very important, because to become executive chef at my level, you not only need to be a great chef, but you also need to be a great accountant, because if you cook but you're losing money in serving your food, then you're not going to stay open too long. You know, you need to also have a great leadership skill. You know, people need to want to work with you. You know, if you're a great chef but you're yelling at everybody all day long, you're not going to have many people around you. You know, so you be a great leader, you be a great accountant, make sure that there's profit in your restaurant or in your hotel. You also need to, you know, nowadays all the chefs are on social media, right? So you need to learn about how to act on social media, you know, a lot of public relationship, you know, how to do shows, TV shows, radio. So there's a lot of things to learn. So, you know, do well at school in Cayman, and then after that, like I heard, you know, go to England to culinary school, or there's also some great school in the US or in Canada. So make sure you choose a great school, and then once you graduate, try to go for the higher, you know, don't just go for the associate level, but try to go higher, masters, for example, or doctorate, why not? And then after that, choose the right place to work. You know, choose the right, if you're interested by hotels, choose a great luxury company that's gonna show you the right, you know, unfortunately, the more people pay for a meal, the better food you usually have to cook in your kitchen. So choose the right place to work, either a very famous restaurant or a very famous hotel brand, so you can really learn the right techniques and right gesture. And after that, when you're ready to open your restaurant, then you choose what you want to do.
Okay. And for you, what about cooking do you love? What excites you? What makes you want to wake up in the morning and go to work?
Well, I think one of the things that I love about this career is you travel a lot, and you meet a lot of different people, and you get in touch with different culture. You know, I left at 18 years old. I went to England, and then I went back to France for a little bit. Then I went to first time in the Caribbean. I went to St. Martin. Then I arrived in the U.S. I spent about 15 years in the U.S. and then finally I came here in Cayman. So I was able to really encounter a lot of different culture. You know, coming from France in my time, I was born in the late 60s. So when I did my apprenticeship in the 80s, there was only French food. We knew a little bit of Italian with pizza, and we knew a little bit of Chinese. That's about it. But when you move to the U.S., then you suddenly learn about Indian food, Greek food, South American food, and then obviously coming here, working in Cayman, learn Jamaican and Caribbean food. So the fact that you expose yourself to so many different cultures, that's great. You know, the more travel you do, the more people you meet, that's really good for your health, for your mental health. You really, never stop to learn.
Lovely. So, how does one become a chef? Like, what are the steps we have to take?
Well, the number one thing is you have to be hospitable. For example, when I was young, my parents used to have guests every Saturday night at home. And when I was a kid, I used to go to the cellar, bring a bottle of wine to my father, open it. So you have to like to invite people. If you like to invite people in your house already, if you like to cook for your family, that's a good sign already. Because if you don't like that, then please don't do it, because he has to come with your heart. He has to be a genuine, cooking. It's giving a lot of you to people, and that's why chefs are usually very sensitive, because if you don't like their food, they take it very personally, because they put everything in their heart, right? When you cook, you want your mom or your father to love what you did, right? So you have to love cooking, and you have to love giving to people. If you don't like giving, then that's probably not the right career for you. And then after that, you have to make sure, like I said, work hard in school, study, and choose the right place to work. It's very important. Don't go for the money right away. When you're a young chef, sometime, and I know it's difficult when you go to university and you have to take loans, then, you have a lot of money that you have to reimburse. But it's very important to choose the right place to work, because if you you could be tempted to choose a very easy job, for example, at a fast food to make more money than if you were working in a nice restaurant. But at the end of the day, it is going to pay because you're going to learn more skills.
So for our next music break, here is We Still a Win by Popcorn.
Me no know about league, cause we name World Cup. And enough of them no like how we hotter than thermos. Me see, they don't like when get a youth shell the world up. What? Where them a go do ya now? When the men pick them girl up. Where them a go do ya now? Are we still a win? Whoa, are we still a win? We still a win. We still a win. Are we still a win? Them girl keep the black thing shining. We still a win. Are we still a win? Unruly thing. We still a win. Are we still a win? Them to know say a worldwide thing. Right now, we no ride man wave, we no wheel. Boy, watch the devil, them a pray for me feel. Rose gold a beat on my chest, make them hear. Every youth ball out, say me bless, make them hear. Oh, you fi know me, and you don't know. Father row me a even deal. Can't style and rule, you rent like pale. And none of them nah see me style, them steal. Them a pray for me, na 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 na. But me a number one, na 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 na. Them fi know unruly a born winner. Every day papi gone bigger. Man a real ghetto idol. This thing is all about survival. Feed them gyal a my gyal. Tell my rival. Are we still a win? Whoa, are we still a win? We still a win. We still a win. Are we still a win? Them girl keep the black thing shining. We still a win. Are we still a win? Unruly thing. We still a win. Are we still a win? Them to know say a worldwide thing. Right now. Me pop any if me want. Fat up some pretty gal belly if me want. Shoot out some boy like Charlie if me want. Work hard for me money so me spend it how me want. The world know say me no regular. Every day me name ring like every cellular. Unruly me name. Big up all real hustler. Them a pray for me da na 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 na. But me a number one na 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 na. Them fi know unruly a born winner. Every day papi gone bigger. Man a real ghetto idol. This thing is all about survival. Feed them gyal a my gyal. Tell my rival. Are we still a win? Whoa, are we still a win? We still a win. We still a win. Are we still a win? Them girl keep the black thing shining. We still a win. Are we still a win? Unruly thing. We still a win. Are we still a win? Them to know say a worldwide thing. Hear me? Are we still a win? Are we still a win? Are we still a win? Unruly thing. We still right now. Are we still a win?
The new year is around and I still carry that COVID-19 weight. Eating healthy and losing weight is so much harder than I thought.
Yeah, tell me about it. But have you heard of Dre's Lunch Weight Loss Program? Apparently they deliver meals right to your office every day, 5 days a week. Now I tell you one thing, you're guaranteed to shave off a few extra pounds with that. Train with Dre's weight loss program sounds right for you. Save time and get your meals right. Contact Dre to begin your journey and start losing the extra weight. No excuses, no gimmicks, just hard work. Follow the website www.trainwd.com. That's TRAINWD.com. Also follow them on Instagram, Training with Dre, Facebook, Train You Fit, or call Dre today at 928-3420. Get your meals right and lose your weight today. Contact Dre.
April 14th, 2021 is Election Day in the Cayman Islands.
Running for political office is no easy feat. You need to be everywhere, all of the time.
Now is the time to get your important messages out to the voting public.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, has always been there for incumbents and future candidates alike. Whether you want to get your political commercial or infomercial.
This is YouthFlex, more than talk.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. 5 o'clock the world.
This is YouthFlex, more than talk.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. We are still joined by our cook-off champions and Chef Frederick. So, Christopher, there you go. I couldn't remember the name. How would you compare this year's competition to last year's competition?
It's not much difference. It's just no spectators. It's pretty much the only. Last year the protein was chicken as well, so it's kind of the same.
Do you think that maybe you have improved in some places?
Definitely my technical skills, I feel like.
Okay. And Janaya, do you think that you will be doing this competition next year?
Yeah, I think I enjoyed it, so I think I'll do it again.
Okay. And for anyone who's listening, would you encourage them to maybe join the cooking program or the competition or both? And why would you encourage them to join?
I would tell them to join. It's a very nice experience to go there, cook in a competition type of setting, like under pressure and stuff. I would tell them to do it. It's pretty fun, and you learn a lot from it. To hear a professional judge's opinion on your food, you learn a lot.
Okay. And you, Janaya?
Yeah, if that's something you enjoy, like even your free time, if that's your passion, I think it's a really good experience learning-wise, and yeah, it's very fun, so.
Okay. And do you feel that maybe, just maybe, you have inspired someone to start cooking and start doing competitions?
I hope so. I really hope so.
Yeah, I hope so.
And do you think in the future you would probably take the leap to do an international cook-off?
For
like
sure.
MasterChef or one of those?
Yeah.
And why? Because I've asked this question last week to some of the contestants, and some said no, some said yes. So why would you want to?
I think it expands my knowledge also, and it's just a different experience, especially internationally. You meet different people, it's like a different experience for you, so yeah.
Like Janaya said, you meet a lot of new cultures, new chefs. You gain a lot of knowledge from going overseas and competing in those competitions.
Do you have a specific cooking show or competition that you would want to be in?
MasterChef or Chop.
Yeah, MasterChef. That's what I watch, so.
Okay. So why don't you said you do baking? Why don't you try the Great British Bake Off or something? You're not going back to baking?
No.
So when you used to bake, what was your favorite baking pastry or whatever you want to call it?
Cake? Cheesecake, because I never go wrong with cheesecake, and it's pretty delicious, so yeah.
Everyone loves cheesecake. And what is your favorite dish to make?
Like baking or are you okay?
Cooking wise.
Okay. Probably pasta, like from scratch. So
okay.
For me, it's probably a classic cheeseburger.
Simple, I like it. What about you, Chef Frederick? What would be your favorite dish?
Obviously, I'm French, so I like to cook French food. But it could be something very simple, like, if I'm hungry and I'm the only one who eat, I'm just going to do 2 fried eggs with ham and cheese, and that's it. So, very simple food.
Do you know how to make ratatouille? Is that what you call
yes,
it?
Yes, I love it.
I've been wanting to ask that question.
The secret of ratatouille is to make sure that ratatouille is onions, peppers, garlic, eggplant, and zucchini, right? So the secret is to make sure that you're going to cook your onions, your pepper, and your garlic in one pot with olive oil. And then you're going to saute your zucchini separate and your eggplant separate. Then you're going to put them together and add your tomato and finish with basil. Because if you just put all your vegetables together without cooking them, saute separately, then it's going to be very soupy and it's not going to be the right taste. So make sure you always cook your onions, peppers separately, your zucchini separately, your eggplant separately. Then you mix everything together and then you finish with basil. And that will be a great result. And using nice olive oil.
I wanted to ask that question. It's been on my mind from the beginning.
It's
but
a great, it's usually you serve this with lamb, rack of lamb in France.
Do you think you'd want to try ratatouille?
Not sure. It looked really good in the movie, but I'm very picky, so I don't know if I'd eat it.
Do you think maybe you, Christopher, and I would try making it one day?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. And Deidre, what is your favorite dish to make?
To make? I'd say mac and cheese. Because it's very easy. Like, whenever I'm hungry and there's nothing to eat, I'll just make mac and cheese. What about you, Chanel? Do you cook?
I don't cook on a daily. I cook fried chicken every blue moon. But I think my go-to would probably be spaghetti, or this combination I've made of using ramen noodles and pasta sauce. And I call it ramen spaghetti. So that's my go-to to make, yeah.
For Janaya and Christopher, do you guys remember the first dish that you made?
Like, ever?
Like, of savory foods, not baking or anything, like...
Oh, okay. Like, probably sweet and sour chicken, I think. Or spaghetti.
I see your mom over there ticking. She's like, is it?
It was chicken fried rice for me.
Simple, I like it. What about you, Chef Frederick? What was your first dish?
Let's see, probably was pastry. My mom used to have some recipe, but it was not a book. It was different files, and you have. And I used to love to bake pastry at the beginning. When you're a kid, you like sweet, so you bake pastry, then you move into savory after that.
Okay, and for Christopher and Janaya, do you have any advice that you would want to give people who want to do the cooking competition? Any pointers that you want to give them?
Like people who just in the competition or want to join the competition?
Like, for example, next year when they have the competition and people who are competing in it, would you have any pointers or advice that you want to share with them?
Just love it when you do it. I mean, it's like, I don't know, like, just make sure you like what you're doing, because, I don't know, it's fun. Just enjoy the experience.
For me, it was definitely to have fun when you're doing it. Don't be as serious. And also listen to what the judges have to say, because they have been professional for years and you're just starting your journey. So I would say really take their advice.
Okay, so aside from culinary, you guys are still in school, correct?
Yeah.
Do you guys have any academic advice you'd want to share?
Definitely study and do your homework.
Keep going, even though, you got stuff, things got rough, just keep going, because, you eventually want to get somewhere, so just keep working towards your goal, Yeah.
I wanted to say something about, we talk about TV show and MasterChef and so on. So these are great entertainment shows to watch on TV, but it's really not the reality of what cooking is all about, because this show, what you don't see is the amount of time they stop and then all the work that is behind the camera. So, and sometimes, competition like, for example, Chops, sometimes it's too much about speed. Cooking is not about, yes, you have a restaurant, you want to make sure that your customer are served on time, but cooking at home is not about being too speedy. So if you love watching shows and you're thinking about becoming a chef, try to spend a day at least, go to your local restaurant and ask if you could spend a day with them to see how really it is real life, because what you see on TV is not always what it seems to be in real life. And sometimes you could just look at it and say, oh, I really want to be famous like that chef, but it's going to take a lot of years for you to become famous. So, great, keep on watching the show on TV, but also spend 1 or 2 days in one of the restaurant, one of the hotel, if you're really interested by getting into it, so at least you have a good vision of what you're getting yourself into.
And I see Christopher over there shaking his head. You want to share any experience? But I know you work in a kitchen, so you want to share your experience with that?
What he's saying is very true because before I started my first job, I used to watch a lot of MasterChef, and I was like, it looks pretty easy and fast. But when I started my first job at Kimpton, it was really rough because it's nothing like on TV. It's way harder. It's still fast paced, but you have to learn a lot, and there's a lot you don't see when you watch the cooking competitions on TV.
What restaurant do you work at now?
The Brasserie.
So if I come to the Brasserie, can I get a free meal?
No.
Okay.
You're gonna get squid ink pasta.
It was worth a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Darn it. So, we are in our season of joy. What brings you guys joy?
For me, probably eating food, spending time with people you enjoy being around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being with family, friends, just enjoying yourself.
Okay. And you, Chef Frederick?
Well, I think the joy right now for all of us is to be in a COVID-free environment, right? How lucky we are to be in a place when we can go to a restaurant, we can go to bars, we can go to the movie. I think we can now do party up to 1,000 people, right?
Yeah.
So this is very few places in the world where you can do that right now. So we should be very grateful about that.
Okay. And do you guys have any final comments or shout-outs?
I definitely shout out to employees at the Brasserie. They really helped me a lot with the competition. Our coaches, the hospitality program at UCCI, Ms. Dunbar.
Yeah, definitely shout out to the coaches. They were a big help in the competition. So.
Okay. And Chef Frederick, along with your shout-outs, do you have any inspiring words to our young chefs?
Keep on cooking, keep on having fun, and then, the sky is the limit. That's it.
Okay. Well, thank you both the champions for joining the show, and to you, Chef Frederick, for coming on as well.
Thank you for having us.
And congratulations on your accomplishment.
Thank you.
So, thank you, our listeners, for joining us on Youth Likes today. I'm your host, Chanel, along with my co-host, Deidre. Shout out to our guests, the National Youth Cook-Off Champions, and Chef Frederick. Shout out to Radio Cayman for their work on sounds and boards, Mr. Will Sinatra, DJ Lynn, and DJ Silverfox. Shout out to RJ for the live YouTube feed.
Also, special shout out to our Youth Flex crew, Jared on Youth Flex Socials and Community Service, our musical director Alejandro Bodin, Kristen Jackson on Youth Flex News Desk, Mohendra Brown on as our promo director, and the 100 plus Flex family all over the globe.
Thanks to SIFA, Cayman Insurance Center, UE Open Campus, Train with Dre, and Blue Marlin for sponsoring the Super Jam. And to you, our listeners, for tuning in every Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. for Youth Flex on 89.9 FM. Join us again next Wednesday for Youth Flex Season of Joy. Until next week, this is your host, Chanel Martinez, saying, smile now, laugh later.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. 5 o'clock